everyone, welcome to my side channel where I yap to my heart's content about all my special interests or things I deem important enough to talk at length about. I assume that if you clicked on this video, that you watch the Alien Stage music videos, but if you haven't, please do, as there will be lots and lots of spoilers into the events and ending of the storyline, as well as what certain things could mean and what certain characters go through. I'd recommend watching them and making your own opinions, theories, and headcanons first before listening to my take, as some of my thoughts may not be the same as yours, which is completely fine since art is subjective and what we each experience in our own lives can shape how we see and interpret things. I'd also quickly like to clarify a few things before we officially start. One, there are many things that I'll be discussing or mentioning that could be triggering to others, such as self-harm, SA, PTSD, and trauma in general, so please view at your own discretion. Two, I am basing all my opinions and observations off the main music videos, aka round 1, 2, 3, and 5, all in round 6, final, Ouija, and Karma. 3. This is most likely going to be a multi-part series as I've tried my hardest to fit everything into one video, but I have so much to say that it would be more digestible to break my examination up than try to squeeze everything into one. Alien Stage is a very complex and deep piece of media, and due to this has many layers to dissect and examine both visually and lyrically. In these first few videos, I'll be breaking down the lyrics of each song and how it ties into the story and the relationships and headspaces of the contestants of Alien Stage. In the later videos, I'll use what I say now as a foundation to build off of as I dive into the world building and main storyline. This separation isn't going to be perfect by any means since every aspect of the music video works together to tell a cohesive story, but I'm still going to try my best. Anyways, let's get into the meat and potatoes of the video. Round 1 does an amazing job setting the scene visually for both the world building and introduction of Mizi and Sua and the relationship between them, but does even more work with the lyrics, which reveal the deeper nature of the relationship that becomes more and more apparent until fully exposed in Karma. Throughout the song, there is something called clematis, and after a bit of googling, I discovered it was a type of flower, which makes sense since there are flower motifs in the lyrics, such as words like bloomed and withered, as well as the line, "I will find you with your scent," being akin to the scent of a flower. After digging a little deeper, I discovered that the clematis has many different meanings, like spiritual growth and ingenuity, but it can also represent love. In an article I found from thirst.com, yes, I did actual research for this, the flower's symbolic meaning describes the relationship of Mizi and Sua perfectly. Quote, "The clematis flower meaning embraces deep emotional connections, representing love and staunch piety. The way clematis vines attach themselves to supporting structures parallels the emotional attachments that people form with those they love most. The piety or religious devotion of Mizi towards Sua is even clearer when Mizi is near the end of her monologue about how humans once had religion, but abandoned it when they became enslaved, and she says, 'My God, my universe,' in reference to Sua as she is shown on screen.
헌데 신을 믿는다는 것이 인간적인 거라면 내가 인간으로서 할 수 있는 것이 믿는 것이라면 나의 신, 나의 우주."
I also wanted to add that the words universe, galactic starlight, abyss, and infinity are also used to enforce a space or sci-fi type of vibe. Overall, the lyrics tell of Mizi and Sua's love story with their love represented by the clematis flower in lines like "hope bloomed from the abyss" and "always be by my side," being about them meeting and becoming dependent on each other, and lines like "even if I sleep in infinity, don't leave my universe," foreshadowing Sua's death. This can also be supported by the lines "hope withered in the abyss" and "please stay by my side," which show the shift of the relationship so full of love, now disintegrated and filled with grief. Despite the heartbreak Mizi felt over losing Sua, Till's affection for Mizi would be loud and clear in the next round. Round 2 does a great job introducing Till and his feelings towards Mizi. While all my clematis use metaphors or symbolism and has a poetic type of lyricism, Unknown is bold and straight to the point, which in turn shows Till's dauntlessness and perseverance. In reference to what Till feels for Mizi, he sings, "The melody that filled the empty me, it's you, alright, my feelings is air, no better options," as in he has feelings for only her, and then no one else can make him feel the same, which is also supported by the previous line, "The edelweiss of my feelings that blossom because of you." Once again, I did a bit of research and found that the edelweiss is yet another flower that grows in the harsh climate of the Alps, representing the hardship his love for her has had to endure as he grew up. According to an article by the orchid florist, quote, "Many folk tales tell of men climbing dangerous mountains to pick edelweiss as a sign of love to their beloved, which could also be reflected in Till's fight to see Maisie again and his desire to gain her affection by potentially sacrificing himself so that she can progress. This faint inclination of a self-sacrificing nature will be brought up again when we get to his duet with Ivan in round 6, but for now, what we could tell is that he is driven and would do anything for Maisie's love." With the last lyric being, it could indicate that with all his passion burning within him and him being so close to Maisie, his love pushed him to smash his guitar in order to win the round, which in turn caused him to become restrained and also possibly drugged, adding a second hidden layer to the word. However, lines like, "'Cause you baby still it's not enough, how dare you think this time's enough," and "can't refuse" would indicate it leaning towards my first hypothesis. Either way, the theme continues to darken as we continue to round 3.
So black, black as it can be. 다가가면 갈수록 깊어지는 듯이.
I would say that round 3 is where we start to dip our toes into the deeper lore of Alien Stage, and please keep in mind what I have to say as I refer back to this song a lot. Similar to the lyrics in round 1's song, Black Sorrows is full of symbolism and uses specific wording to engage the senses. For this song, I'll be reading certain sections of the song together and dissect each one in order of appearance. The first group of lyrics read, "The soggy darkness crouch down. Even if we shake our heads, it's always the same place. I can't reach you, so I imagine alone. You who shine, I stand next to you." Using context clues from the visuals, it could be discerned that the soggy darkness was a vague symbolic way of Ivan to refer to himself, as he is a broody or dark individual who has been through a lot from a very young age. The line, "Even if we shake our heads, it's always the same place," reaffirming it by hinting either at him being stuck in a traumatic situation and or him being so traumatized that nothing affects him anymore. Then in the following lines, "I can't reach you, so I imagine alone. You who shine, I stand next to you," shows that Till is the only one who can reach the real Ivan, but Ivan also acknowledges that Till doesn't see him the same way, and because of this, there's still a kind of disconnection between them. The second group of lyrics is, "So black, black as it can be, the dark sea gets deeper as you approach. Like a black, black sorrow, a story of such woe. At the end of the story, there is only a cold spot, stained with blood and empty air." The words black sorrow are repeated over and over again, especially at the end, and depending on where they are in the song, seem to change what they represent. In this case, I would say that black sorrow is his unrequited love and later revealed hidden obsession with Till. When it comes to other objects being mentioned in the section, the dark sea is a symbol for death and gets deeper as you approach, implies that Ivan foresees himself losing his round with Till, with the lines, "At the end of the story, there is only a cold spot, stained with blood and empty air," solidifying it. The third section continues with the lyrics, "Where your eyes reach, where your fingertips brush, waiting for you endlessly. Turn the red light hourglass, inside the black darkness, with you for a long time." Unlike how expressive and obvious Till's love to Maisie is, Ivan's affection for Till is quiet and longing, with the lines like, "Where your eyes reach, where your fingertips brush, waiting for you endlessly," showing it clearly. Perhaps afraid of being rejected, Ivan waits for Till to make the first move. A move that will never come since Till is openly head over heels for Maisie. When Ivan sings, "Turn the red light hourglass, inside the black darkness, with you for a long time," could be him indirectly asking Till to reciprocate his feelings for him, as the red light hourglass representing the little time they have left together, as the color red symbolizes both romance and a warning, and the black darkness once again being a vague reference to himself, Ivan. Going back to Black Sorrow's meaning, Ivan sings, "And you are always there for me, black sorrow," and repeats the lines, "To me you are, black sorrow," twice at the end. The first black sorrow is directed towards the negative conflicted feelings he has to his love for Till, and the last two black sorrows could be referencing Till, as all the pain and suffering he's gone through in terms of romantic feelings is because of Till, and due to this, those emotions have potentially started to foster resentment. Although the heavy tone is clear in the song, it becomes an undertone in the next song, Ruler of My Heart, but that will be for the next video. If you stuck around to the very end, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it a lot since so much time and effort went into note-taking, research, recording, and editing processes to make this video and the upcoming ones. There's still so much work to do. As of right now, I haven't even started on the visual breakdown videos. That being said, the best thing you could do to help is like, comment, and subscribe so the YouTube algorithm hopefully pushes these videos to more people. I hope you have a great day, afternoon, or night, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!